Welcome to the anthology of a person so chaotic, even their shadow refuses to follow them. The tale of the borrowed manners. If manners were a jacket, you borrow it, stretch it out, spill something on it, and return it claiming it already looked like that. By the end of the story, the jacket files a missing person report on you. The Puddle Chronicles. If courtesy were a puddle, you wouldn't just drown. You'd slip, blame the puddle, argue with the lifeguard. And some might write a Yelp review about the sidewalk, the etiquette expedition. If etiquette were a map, you'd hold it upside down. Walk into a wall and then confidently announce you've discovered a shortcut. Meanwhile, the rest of us are still trying to figure out how you got lost in a room with one door. The legend of basic decency. If respect were a library book, you return it 10 years late, dog-eared, water-damaged, and swear the scorch marks were already there. The librarian would just sigh and add your name to the folklore section. The courtesy campfire. If politeness were a campfire, you'd smother it with a wet blanket, complain it's not warm enough, and then ask who stole your marshmallows. Even the smoke would walk away from you. The fabric of manners. If social grace were a thread, you tangle it, knot it, cut it, and then blame the scissors. By the end, the thread forms a support group to recover from the experience. The reflection of self-awareness. If self-awareness were a mirror, you'd fog it up, complain it's broken, and then ask why it keeps showing your face. Eventually, the mirror petitions for witness protection, the banquet of boundaries. If boundaries were a dinner plate, you pile food on it, eat off someone else's, and then insist the empty one was already like that. By dessert, the plates have unionized. The theater of accountability. If responsibility were a stage, you'd miss your cue, trip over the curtain, blame the spotlight, and demand a standing ovation. The audience would clap, but only because they're relieved it's over. The glacier of emotional intelligence. If emotional intelligence were ice, you'd slip on it, yell at the weather, and accuse the glacier of setting you up. By spring, even the frost has blocked your number. The alchemy of accountability. If accountability were a potion, you'd spill it, blame the cauldron, and insist the fumes messed up your intentions. The potion would evaporate just to avoid being associated with you. The fortress of follow-through. If follow-through were a castle, you'd lose the keys, scale the wrong wall, and declare victory after falling into the moat. The drawbridge would raise itself out of pure self-preservation. The backpack of bare minimums. If effort were a backpack, you'd forget it at home, borrow someone else's, and complain it's too heavy. Eventually, the zippers file for emancipation. The broom of clean exits. If leaving gracefully were a broom, you'd snap the handle, sweep dust into the wind, and then ask why everyone's coughing. Even the dust bunnies would request a restraining order. The compass of common sense. If common sense were a compass, you'd spin it like a fidget toy. Follow the wrong arrow and swear north moved. Cartographers would add a warning label with your name on it. The pages fall silent now, not out of peace, just exhaustion. Close the book gently. Everything inside has been through enough chaos already. Even the ink needs a break from all this nonsense.